Good morning, Steve, your daily shaver. This morning I'm going to keep my promise and I'm going to shave with the Old Spice Smell Like a Man Original. That's what they call it, the original. Well, for this I have entrusted the job to Ginger's Gardens shave mug, and I think we'll put in about yay amount, maybe a fraction more. On the side of caution today, make sure I've got enough. Okay, this morning, now I went and bought the Parker Silvertip when it was mispriced on eBay, but I still prefer my Best Badger Parker. This is one awesome brush. I don't know how many bands you want to count them, but we'll just get in there, and if I put my fingers on the side, they won't be all that clanging like 3 bells from hell. So this is the first time I've actually tried the soap on its own. And I'm trying to get a lather. And there we go, it's taken off. So, you sit there and you think nothing's going to happen, then bang, it's happened. As soon as it gets rid of the big bubbles, I'll just put a drop more water in it. Sorry about the clanging. So, big difference in smell compared to the Endurance. Certainly more of a factory light, it's a very light scent. The other one goes extremely well, and I think this one will too, with the Old Spice aftershave. So now, what does it shave like? Right. This morning, 101, and start with the open comb side. Now I've discovered how to speed up my video clips. So whenever you hear a sound in the sped up part, believe me, it was me grunting and moaning and, generally having very little to say. Whenever I have something to say, I stop. The whole point is to have a talking video. I also discovered how to speed up videos without having to go to any aggro. As long as you've got your keyboard in front of you, shift forward arrow speeds up, shift down arrow lowers the speed, or will actually reduce it to slow-mo, which is boring. So that's a handy keyboard shortcut that I didn't know existed. What happened was, sometimes some videos don't show up the settings for speed, but it's built in. So I found the keyboard shortcuts, Anthony Espirito, the Stallion, put up one this morning, and couldn't fast forward it, not from the settings. So I had to go looking for another way to do it, or find out why it wasn't there, because he said it was nothing he did. Turned out to be some YouTube, they're fiddling with stuff at YouTube, trying to see if they can stop you from, the more you watch and the more ads they put in, the more they can monetize the platform. So all the changes that they put in are not for, our benefit, it's for theirs to try to make money. Now obviously it costs a lot of money to stick video up, so they're really worried about things like ad blockers and being able to fast forward, skip ads. Right, I think I'll go against the grain with the open comb. Now it does feel slick enough, but certainly not comparable, being a light cream. It certainly doesn't have it's almost got enough glide. It's certainly not enough to shave with, but not as much cushion, even though it looks fairly dark when it's spread out. And unless you've got a way to get it cheaper than I did, for how much you get, it's pretty expensive. obviously these smaller ones, just 1 second, while I adjust up the brightness. I'll leave that door to adjust now. Sorry about that, we've got some clouds outside and it's varying a bit. Not much in the way of wind, just some wafting clouds. I went and saw A Walk in the Woods with Robert Redford. Now, you can't believe a bloke who's hitting 70, actually, 79, Robert Redford is, can look so bloody good. You gotta love the genes he inherited. Now, Bill Bryson wrote the book after him and a buddy went on a walk on the Appalachian Trail. And I had a friend who actually sat on the rock and got her photo taken, which is the one big shot in the movie, where they're sitting up on this ledge that pokes out. Now that's just amazing. Go see it for the cinematography, probably not so much for the gripping storyline. Unfortunately, Hollywood has a problem with movies that are designed to make you think. They basically get rid of all the bits that are poignant in the book, in the movie, which makes the movie a bit flat. Kind of like running your car on 3 tyres and 1 flat. You get there, but, you know, but the cinematography, it's just watching it for the story, and you figure if 2 blokes, and at the time I think Bill Bryson was about 60 something when he did it, as opposed to the much older Redford that does it in the movie. Now of course Bill was a travel writer and columnist and, you know, all round. I can't remember, he wrote a couple of something on a small island or whatever. He writes some very good, he's got a very English way of looking at things, which comes from being a foreigner. He's actually American. So, yeah. But there's enough of it in the movie to make it worth watching. The moment where they're sitting there and their lives are passing before them and it's absolutely beautiful, you kind of get that point, you know, the fact that what a way to go, as they say. And old dogs chasing chasing cars still. It's the, or wishing they could still chase cars, as the case may be. I honestly think I'm sharpening my chin. Now, one thing I do note, just wetting this is not going to be enough to get the slickness back for buffering down. So what I'm going to do is, I've got yesterday's leftover bit, I'm going to get my brush, and I'm just quickly going to drop some water in. I'm going to get that good lather, which doesn't take any time whatsoever to get. I wish this thing would auto adjust brightness. Yeah, fair dinkum. So I apologise for poking you on the nose this morning. Now, scent, if this one was a 2 or 2.5, this one is, it's about a 4, which is double, which is significant, but it has some sort of lasting, I don't know, it's got staying power. It's a bit talcum powdery, which isn't a bad thing, but the notes on it are really nice. Now, looking forward one day to sampling more of these incredible Soap Commander soaps. I think I've either got samples, I think I've got a sample of Katie's Bubbles and sample of Soap Deceit, another cloud. Yeah, sorry about that. It's better than putting your finger up in the air, you know. You know what you're poking in the bum when you do that. don't get a job as an angel. My guardian angel just flinched. Suck it up. Remember the first time as a man, went to the doctors, he says, I'm going to do a digit examination. So I had in mind, being a young man, all the science that involved the word digit. I mean, there was going to be sensors, and there was going to be lights, and there'd be flashing and whirring, and nope. Digit meant 1 of 10 fingers. Welcome to the joys of manhood, things your father neglected to mention. You don't go at the end, you know, well, how's me prostate? At the end you go, if you're going to buy me dinner and maybe take me to a movie, I think I deserve flowers. Inevitably, there's a small smirk on the doctor, particularly if he's a man. Because these things happen to us all. Some sooner than others. But every day brings you one day closer. Now, I absolutely love, just let me quickly get that down. The scent on Endurance. It's a 4 to a 6. It's strong in those deep notes and weak in those high things that catch your attention. Like a citrus has got really high attention value, and it tends to dispel. This is the opposite. It just has staying power. Joseph Lakes. He's Joseph, many colours. Ginger's Garden, as always, a fantastic shave scuttle. I washed most of it out, but you can still smell it. It's a commercial lighted scent. You know, this is probably cheap for them to make in some third world country, and that's about all I can say for it. If you were chucking in a travel kit, it's a nice small size for, you know, probably about I reckon there's a week's worth of shaves in one of these. And it would do. I would probably pair it with a, heathen that I am, if I was travelling internationally anyway, probably just pair it with a Mark III for some cheap and easy shaves. I'm Steve, your daily shaver. These are my opinions and my opinions alone. You may have different opinions. Welcome to the world where everybody gets one. Some people get more than one, as well as more than one vote. Remember, good food, good friends, good shaves, amen. And while it's nice to be important, it's far more important to be nice. I'm Steve, your daily shaver. Goodbye and good shaves.